Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Trailer Take. I am Noah, joined by my friends Supon and Josh. We're going to get right into it here with the big news from this past week, mainly with the Brianna Taylor case and what happened recently with one of the officers being charged with a Class D felony for
No
fire.
officer should have got charged there.
I know.
Nobody should have got charged.
Nobody should have got charged. Nobody. But they probably felt the need to charge someone, so like, well, if we charge one, maybe the city won't burn down, but it burned down anyway.
It goes down.
That's the thing, though. You can't, condemn one person even if the outcome's going to be better if they didn't do it. It's wrong. It's wrong.
I know, it's absolutely ridiculous. So I'll go through the rundown from the beginning of the case, from the information we knew, and then how the left was using it to, the new information that we have that changes everything.
Yeah, I'm ignorant on this issue. So
started with Brianna Taylor. She used to be an EMT. She's not anymore. And
Used to be a drug peddler.
yes. And her and her boyfriend were part of some sort of drug ring, and they had word that they were using their home as part of it, as distribution or whatsoever.
Distributions. Yeah.
So police got a warrant for her and her boyfriend at their home. Police show up.
A warrant for their arrest or just to search the premises?
For their arrest, I
Okay.
believe. So the police show up to the home in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Now, this is supposed to be from what I heard, it's supposed to be a no-knock warrant, but the police apparently knocked and announced themselves anyway. And from there, a shootout begins when her boyfriend fires first, hitting one officer in the leg. From there, the rest of the officers surrounding the building just open fire into the building at that point, because he got someone, you don't know where he is, and he's shooting.
Somehow this guy lives, by the way.
He lives. His girlfriend doesn't, because she was, from what we know now, behind her boyfriend during the shootout. So she just got hit in the crossfire.
Okay.
Originally, the left was very angry about this case because they heard that she was killed in her sleep. They killed her in her sleep because they're racist or something.
Yeah.
And see, even if you cooperate with police, maybe they'll just kill you in your sleep.
And I would just like to add that her name was also on the warrant, too. It was both of them was on the warrant.
Yeah, I mentioned that. They were both on the warrant.
Pretty significant.
So, so the media rolled with that story, and now we have this new information because I heard there's a new witness now, and they've done an investigation. It's almost like we should wait for an investigation to be done before we start jumping to conclusions. Am I missing something here? No?
The fan's still on.
It's fine. It's fine.
Right.
Okay.
Don't worry about that background noise. Nothing particular. So where was I? Oh yeah, the case. And so people, even if there's new information out, people still wanted justice for Brianna Taylor. Even though this is obviously just a clear-cut tragedy, freak accident. It sucks it happened, but...
It's not even a freak accident. If you stand behind someone who's in a shootout with the police, you're
probably
going to get shot.
Yeah.
He's lucky he didn't die somehow.
He didn't die?
He didn't die?
No, he didn't die.
Did he even get hit?
I don't know if he got
was
hit
hospitalized for my head.
Oh, okay.
So he got hit.
Even if he didn't get hit, he'd probably still get hospitalized. I'd be like, you fucking shooted us?
Shootout's got to end, I mean.
Yeah.
Has to be a victor.
Yep.
Well, he could just drop the gun, you know what I mean? But then he gets
Still
tackled.
get shot
he
anyway.
he gets at least tackled and fucked up. So he's going to be hospitalized either way.
No. So it sucks what happened, right? But people still want justice, and so the investigation looked and they tried to see if they could really charge any of the officers. Even though it was obvious they couldn't, they still charged one of the officers, who I believe he was outside the building blindly firing into the window where the shooter was.
Really?
Yes.
That's pretty awesome.
Do we have footage of this?
No, the body cam footage has not been released for this, unfortunately.
Cringe.
Dude. See, that's the problem. They never release this stuff. If you just be right away, here's what happened, don't start a riot, this is what happened, it's fine, you know what I mean? Then there might not be as many riots.
Here's
just
the
release
point.
that. Public knowledge.
Here's the point I'm getting to. That would not change anything. Because even with this new information out, the fact that the police did not kill her in her sleep, that there was a shootout, she was part of this drug ring. Even with all that information, I still see every day Twitter, Facebook posts about how she was killed in her sleep.
But that's the thing.
The cops are racist.
What's the narrative?
We're gonna riot over it.
That's the narrative, and the problem is when the truth isn't out, at least somewhat around when the narrative is created,
it doesn't
it's
matter.
too late. You can tell someone who's completely indoctrinated into that, oh wow, she was definitely in her bed and those racist cops shot her. You'd be like, well, no, it came out, she was standing behind them. You could show them video footage of it, and it'd still be like they would still have the same opinion.
Yeah.
I
brainwashed.
don't know. I kind of disagree because even like the facts like from the beginning of the case of how many bullets are fired, I heard people asking, well, why did the cops mag dump? People always ask that in shootouts whenever there's body cam footage. Like, why do cops mag dump into people?
So they can stop getting shot at.
So they don't get shot at. Also, just because you take a bullet doesn't mean you just immediately die.
Exactly.
No.
You can still shoot back after taking a bullet, depending on where you get hit.
You could be shot so many times and be on PCP or something, and just be like, your brain's like, I'm still alive, let's keep going.
You can take the whole magazine, be on ridiculous amounts of drugs, and still be alive.
I mean, listen.
And doing stuff.
You guys remember the whole Flocka thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Flocka drug, some homeless dude takes that and starts, like, eating somebody who's alive.
Yeah.
Police go out and they shoot the man. They shoot him
Doesn't matter.
11 times.
11 times.
Because this guy was just so juiced up.
Yeah.
Like, he's dead, but his mind doesn't not know it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, let's keep going, let's keep going. These guys are, like, charging cars and stuff. It's really crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So, you gotta make sure, like, dude, cops have been scared of PCP since it was created.
Yeah,
That. They've been afraid of those types of shit forever.
Definitely.
Because, like, if I have to shoot someone 11 times before he notices, this is bad.
Exactly. I've only got 17 rounds.
Yeah.
And, I'm not going to hit all of them.
Yeah.
But even though they charged one officer who I guess you could argue was being the most reckless, but even though, like, they have to stop the shooter.
I would be like, shooter up there.
I know. I'm just saying maybe somehow the prosecution made a point of him being reckless. I don't agree with it. I'm just saying that's probably what they did.
Yeah.
Even though there's justice brought, even with George Floyd, remember all the riots? They said we want all the officers charged. They charged all the officers, but there's still riots.
Well, you know what?
Brianna Taylor, they charged an officer. There's still riots.
I heard
they don't want justice.
They want free stuff.
Well, here's the thing. I heard from someone who's basically indoctrinated into that. And before they were jailed, I asked. So it's like the first 3 days. Mm-hmm. I asked. And I was like, here's my question to you. So you're rioting right now because you think that the system is corrupt. Why didn't you wait to see what would happen? You know what I mean? And they're like, well, because we know the system is corrupt and we know they're not going to get tried. And I'm like, well, okay, but what happens if they do get tried? And they're like, well, then it would have worked. And of course, that is what happened. They did get tried. They all went to jail. But the thing is they basically left it trapped. To, like, either way, it's still bad looking on the police. If they bring those people into jail right away, it's because they're all trying to cover their own ass. Mm-hmm. And if they cover them, well, then look, they're covering them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just really a shame that's the logic there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's a shame. Like I said, they don't want justice. They want to use black lives. Well, black lives that have been lost as...
she was black.
She was black, yes.
Of course she was black.
If she was white, this would never have happened.
That was the whole thing, yeah.
That's true.
Okay, quick question. A kid died 3 weeks ago.
Yep.
A black guy shot him when he went on his property.
Yeah, really young
suburbs. Kid. Yeah, really young. He's like 4 or something like that.
What's his name?
What's his name? That's what I'm asking you. What's his name?
I don't know.
It's probably hard to find online. I don't remember either.
To find.
No one told me. I had to look it up. I heard it one time. Never heard anybody say it, and I can't remember it now.
Well, obviously, because white lives don't matter.
Yeah, but everyone knows who George Floyd is because George Floyd was a great person.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But that being said, those officers were definitely wrong.
Yeah.
But
oh, yeah.
It's just that with the millions of interactions you have just in that local area every year with police officers, the fact that you only have such a low number, according to the FBI statistics, of black people killed who were unarmed.
Yeah.
It's like 7 or 9 or something like that. In a year, when there's this many people in America, like, I'm thinking it's not that bad, Like, it's really...
And just because they're unarmed, they got shot to death, doesn't mean it was unjust. There's plenty of situations where...
That's true, too.
Mm-hmm. Because it's like, oh, they're resisting... They're reaching for the pocket. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. We don't know if you have a gun or not. We don't know if you have a gun or not. We're not going to risk our lives over this.
Continue reaching to places that could have a gun.
Yeah.
Even being told not
reach
to.
for a gun.
Okay.
I'm not going to...
Just comply with the police.
Not going to make my wife a widow. Not going to have my kids be raised without a father.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's why, like I said, when I'm president...
Well, that's racist. So.
When I'm president, guys, I'm going to have police officers...
Wait, Mr. Trump, you're saying you're not president right now?
I'm gonna have police officers.
He just ignored
And they're going to be like deputy commissioners, like high level people, you know what I mean? They're going to go to the schools, they're going to give all the kids like candy and toys and stuff, and be like, see guys, I love you, I'm not scary, but please just listen, you know what I mean?
Just comply.
Just comply, because
comply with the
nothing will
cops.
happen to you, I promise.
That's true.
You know, like, so rarely does anything ever happen when someone just complies.
There was I can think of one instance in like recent history. Did I talk about this already? There's this dude, he was in a hallway in a hotel, he was getting arrested, and he had like fallen on the ground. They're like, okay, well, you need to put your hands on your head now.
Yeah.
You put your hands on your head now, and he's like, okay, my pants have fallen down, I'm going to pull up my pants.
Yeah.
Pulled up his pants, because when he didn't put his hand on his head, got shot, because he's pulling up his pants.
Yeah. You talked
Yeah.
about that. That's,
That's just whack.
That's really
That
a
was just
shame.
whack,
That's
yeah.
really a shame. We obviously, I think we could do with a little bit more police training.
Mhm.
But
Sure.
I think our police training isn't that bad right now. But a little bit more, sure, why not? How could that be a bad
No.
thing? But as far as like throughout the whole world, like we got a really pretty good police force here.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're armed, and they're very reasonable. Typically, they're very good people. You know what I mean? These are the people you want watching over you. I've heard some people just be like, all cops are racist. I've had people tell me that. And the first thing I
Even the
asked,
black ones.
the first people, yeah, that's the first thing
And
I
the
ask
Asian ones.
is even the black ones,
The Mexican ones.
because what they'll say, they'll be like, well, they're indoctrinated into this thinking that these are all the criminals. And I was like, okay. And they're like, so that's what they see, and when they're in bad areas, they might even experience some of that. And I was like, okay. And they're like, so it's racist for them to identify that common pattern and be taught that. And I was like, well, that's implying that they are taught that, which I don't think they're taught. You know, like non-whites are worse in police school. I think that would be a huge scandal. I don't think that's
It's not true.
anything. It's not true. Yeah.
It's in
So-
the police handbook, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Of course.
my point there is that police are already trained really well. They're already really good people. Almost none of them are racist, and you'd find more corruption in almost any job.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah.
Find more corruption in
Sure.
almost any job. And I mean any job. You can go down to like local like cashier level.
Go down to your
people-
7-Eleven.
Yeah. People doing bad stuff like that. Or, you know, you don't become a cop and get paid a low wage, and especially right now, and take all
Yeah.
this shit because you're in it for the money. You could be making more money doing a lot of other stuff. You're in it because you think what you're doing is good,
Yep.
and maybe it's fun. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So,
That's a good point.
yeah, I think we need to be supporting our police officers, especially right now with all this scary stuff going on where they're having to deal with all this extra stress. Remember 2 weeks ago, 2 police officers were sitting in their cruiser. Someone came up with a gun, shot them both in the upper body, and mag dumped on them. What I really liked in that video, I saw the video, what was really cool, is it shows the guy start to run away, and you're like, oh, dude, like he just killed 2 people. And then you see the cop car door open. And then the video cuts, and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Whoa.
It's like
To
the
be
to be
continued.
continue? Question mark?
Yeah.
Like JoJo to be continued.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I think they're okay now. I hope they are. I haven't
Yeah.
actually looked into it. I need to do that. I hope they're okay. But that's the type of stuff police officers have to deal with. And on top of that, they're like, and even if I do decide to defend myself, it's like they're going to make a huge trial out of it. Even if I win, I'm going to have to watch over my back for the rest of my life. You know what I mean?
And have a hole in your wallet.
And have a hole in my wallet. Yeah, I'm going to be destitute. I'm not going to be able to work as a police officer anymore. You know what I mean? I have no... Yeah, they're done at that point.
It's over.
Much. Yeah.
Mhm.
So either way, it's
Unfortunate.
destroying lives.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But they don't care that they're destroying those lives.
Right.
Actually, it's the goal. It's the goal.
Yeah.
It's the goal of BLM and stuff like that. Those
Okay.
people, I mean, the average person in BLM might think that it says, yeah, hashtag BLM is
Sure.
probably going to be like Black Lives Matter. Of course, all lives matter. You know what I mean? That's the
Oh, but
thing.
that's racist.
That's right. It's racist to say that. But you know what? Every life matters. You put a gun up to anybody and be like, should I shoot them? I'll be like, I don't know who they are. No.
No.
Don't shoot them. You know, like,
Do you have a reason?
yeah. This
Like, what?
one's not your race. Should I?
Should-
Like,
no,
of course not.
no,
You know what I mean?
no.
Like, that's your reasoning? No. You know
No.
what I mean? So, yeah, all lives matter, and that's why I say that, because there's no life that unless you were like a generally really bad person, that I wouldn't feel sad for if you died, no matter what your race is.
Even the babies.
Even the babies, dude. Even the babies in New York. So,
Virginia governor.
We keep him comfortable.
Keep him alive.
So
10 pounds of meat.
it's I feel really in a tough spot for cops, because my grandfather was a cop and he was the nicest person I ever met. So nice. He was a gentle giant, is what everybody called him.
Yeah.
He was a giant. He was gentle. He was a nice dude. And I've met other cops, and they've always been cool. They've always been nice. I've never witnessed anything racist. I know a few black people. I never have seen any of them be like, yeah, that cop just did that to me. You know what I mean?
Me neither.
Never seen it happen. And maybe that's just this area, but I like to think that they're pretty good. I like to think they're pretty good.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every cop I've met has been 100% reasonable.
Yeah.
Even the one that gave me a speeding ticket that I didn't agree with, he's still being reasonable and polite.
Yeah.
And so was I. It was like mutual respect.
Yeah, sure.
He's like, hey, you're getting this ticket. I was like, all right, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles, dude, I guess. And he was not being a dick about it.
This Brianna Taylor too. There's this one. He's a Republican. I don't know exactly what his job is. I forget. But basically, they're attacking him, being like, say her name, and stuff like that. And he's got all the cops around him. And he's like, first of all, and he's like talking on the news show about it. He's like, first of all, I was the guy that got the Brianna Taylor bill passed. You know what I mean?
The what?
Brianna Taylor's the person, and basically it's about no-knock raids. And this is back when they were told it was no-knock raids. So he was like, so I clamped down and I got rid of a lot of no-knock raids. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what he said. And he's talking about that, and he's like, so they're attacking me, and they're like, literally, they throw over a cop with his bike, and the Republican guy grabs him and pushes him back up. Or like he talks to him. I don't know what he says, but he studies him like he does. He's not a really powerful looking dude, but he's like, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
This is one of the same dudes that got shot in the baseball pit thing. Remember that?
The what?
You know,
The what?
there were a bunch of Republicans playing softball or baseball or something like that, and they do that. It's like their team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there was a gunman who came onto the field and opened fire, and these are all like the leading Republicans.
Oh.
They got a lot of them got really injured. Like one of them, pelvis shot multiple times, stomach area. But there were two police officers there, and the dude had a long range automatic weapon. He was tearing it up, and the two cops from their side of the ball pit had handguns, and they got him.
Well.
And then a helicopter landed on the field, put the guy in there, and they flew. But the point I was saying with that is actually I forgot the connection now.
Yeah, kind of
That's terrible though.
That's pretty fucked up.
It was really bad. Yeah.
Never heard of that.
Oh yeah, so that's the guy. That's what I'm talking about.
See, we didn't hear about this.
This
They're
guy,
probably all white people, so
This guy got the Breonna Taylor law passed, which is supposed to make it harder for no-knock raids to happen. Back when they thought it was no-knock raid, and they're attacking him, and they're trying to literally, if the police weren't there, he'd probably be dead.
Yeah,
he'd be dead. And he passed the Breonna Taylor law, and they're say her name, and shoving the police officers and stuff, and throwing stuff at the police officers.
Dude, they don't care about any of that.
And we gimp our police officers too. We don't let them defend themselves and stuff.
it's insane.
In fact, I remember when I was a little kid, where police officers had the respect of if you throw something at a police officer, you're fucked. You know what I mean? They're gonna chase you down.
Yeah.
They're gonna get you, dude. You know what I mean? Don't do that. But now,
assaulting police officers.
Assault, yeah.
But now, mayors are going out there and they're saying, "Oh, there's a protest over there. Well, yeah, just stand right here and take all their projectiles."
What? Just let them assault you.
Yeah, just let them, and they do it all the time. That's all those videos where you see cops, they're just standing there. Some of them have shields, just shit's being thrown at them, and they're just sometimes they throw something back, which is funny. I've seen that happen.
It is funny.
I saw a video where there's a bunch of cops on a sidewalk at a corner on a street. There's one black one and one white one standing next to each other. They have their bikes in front of them, just in case they need the barricade or whatever.
Yeah.
And one woman is yelling at the black cop, just because you're a cop and you're black doesn't make you safe. That white cop next to you is going to kill you one of these days. Like they
Sure.
say shit like that to them.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably like good buddies. They get drinks on the weekend.
They probably are.
What?
I think most
Guess my
partners.
friend Tom is going to shoot me. What?
Most partners like each other, or they transfer to another person.
Exactly.
You know what I mean, that's how it works.
Yeah.
So they pretty much, even if they weren't friends immediately, it's like, well, we've known each other for 10 years, so.
Exactly. So I mean, come on. There's at least some respect there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Totally. Yeah, I think it's just all ridiculous. Like they don't care about Brianna Taylor.
No.
They don't care about Black Lives. They just have an agenda to push.
Sad.
Mainly
And you know what?
socialist, Marxist.
Mainly socialist, Marxist, and we even know who funds them. So George Soros funds them. He does. It's the truth. Trump has said it. It's true. George Soros funds all of them.
That's crazy.
I mean,
But for what purpose?
You both already know this. For what purpose?
What do you think?
I don't really want to get in too much to his personal life. I will tell you though, what communists do every time they take over an area is they do take it over, and communism has led to the most deaths combined out of anything ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually horrible deaths like starvation.
No, but it wasn't real communism. This time it's going
That's
to work.
true. It wasn't real communism. This time it's not going to work either.
No,
So-
it's socialism. No, it's not socialism.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
democratic socialism.
Oh, it's
Sure,
democratic
sure.
socialism.
Don't they have that in Venezuela?
I remember when they started saying that for a while, and I was like, that's like the richest thing I've ever
The
heard.
leader
Like,
of
this is
Venezuela
hilarious.
is a
you know what I
president,
mean?
right? Is a president of Venezuela.
President.
So I was like watching videos. You know how like everyone's starving in that country.
Mhm.
When he does videos addressing the country, he'll just be eating. During those videos, he's like, one
Come
second,
on,
let me
dude.
just
Fat bastard.
No way.
I got these really good wings right here. Let me just like.
Dude.
Oh my god.
It's
Could
really
you
good.
imagine being that much of a
Oh yeah,
dickhead?
the currency. Yeah.
Oh my god.
The Bolivar. Yeah,
Storm
it's
the
worthless. You know what's
Capitol.
not worthless? This wing.
Did
No
he
way.
say shit like that?
No, he didn't. I'm just making that up.
Okay.
I would just
But
be
still,
like-
he's eating.
They'd be like, grrr, storm the castle! I want a wing!
right?
Charlie Kirk, he was doing a speech at some college, and there's a counter protest to his speech outside.
Uh-huh.
He walks up to them. He's like, "Hey guys, my counter protest here, you know?" Like, yeah, they're
That's
like
cool.
really shocked that he was there. They're almost intimidated by his presence.
Yeah.
And he's like, "All right, socialist countries." He names off, the few that we have around. They're all shitholes.
Yep.
Like, okay, get all expense paid trip there,
Rest
and you
in
can get
peace,
citizenship.
Venezuela.
It's like, which one do you go to? One of them says Venezuela.
Rest
All
in
right,
peace,
go to
Venezuela.
Venezuela. Currency means nothing. You have like no. He just goes off all the shitty parts about Venezuela, and he's like, and
That's-
he
you know
mentions
what, actually-
there's a revolution there. And he's
You
like,
have to-
and the socialist's like, yeah, I'll go there and be part of the revolution for socialism.
Go ahead.
He's
Rad.
like, yeah, the revolution for socialism that they already have.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's what they're
Revolting
fighting against,
Yeah.
revolting against.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Venezuela is a really important thing to look at because if you know your
It
history
is.
about Venezuela, they got an insane amount of oil reserves. They
Yeah.
made a lot
Oh.
of money. They built skyscrapers. They became like a legit like little America. You know
They
what I
only
mean? Like,
became socialist recently.
yeah.
Their only
They
country was
became-
only ruined recently.
They became socialist recently,
And then
it
instantly became shit.
So bad. I haven't even thought about them since COVID. I don't even
how
know
you
how they
spell
can be
it.
alive.
Doesn't matter.
Because I've seen,
So,
honestly.
look at that, dude. Wow, Venezuela. I think they need us more than even Hong Kong. I think that's true.
They probably do.
I would probably want to help Venezuela
Look,
before
he's
Hong
fucking
Kong.
like fat bastard, dude.
He's
Look at
fat, and the rest of his country
You
is
know what?
starving.
He was gonna leave. He was gonna leave when the protesters were out there, like a year ago. He was like, okay,
Mhm.
I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna leave. This guy's gonna be in charge, like his rival, who all the protesters call the president. You know what I mean? And Putin called him, and Putin's like, you're not gonna leave.
him. Venezuela's president eating an empanada during TV. That's awesome.
But
Empanadas are delicious.
so he was gonna leave because
Fat
the protests
bastard.
were so bad,
Yeah.
and Putin called him,
Okay.
and he's like, no, you're not gonna leave. And he's still been there. And like he had plans. Like he was like, "Yeah, I'm out of here in 3 days."
Yeah, that's
Putin
awesome.
was like, "You're not out of here in 3
Yeah,
days."
the phone ringing thing, and it says answer and answer. It's Putin.
Yeah. So
Ooh.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. I think I think Putin probably doesn't believe in communism, but I think he does know that they're a good ally because they're communists. You know what I mean? So
I guess.
Yeah.
Are Venezuela and Russia allies?
Yes.
Really?
Well, that depends who you consider the leader of Venezuela.
Yeah.
Do you think the president is like a facade?
So if you see this guy right here is the leader of Venezuela,
The supposed...
then yes, they're the allies.
Yeah.
If you see most of the population who's revolting call this one dude president,
You can scroll
as
down
the
and see a
president.
picture of him, probably.
yeah.
It's a younger dude.
Younger dude.
There he is.
Oh,
That's him.
Yeah. So a lot of people consider him the president.
he looks
Yeah.
fake.
He looks like a... you know that guy's like, hell yes, we're going to take Area 15.
Yeah, he does look like him.
Looks just like him. He looks like him.
Benito.
Bento box? What's his
Help me!
fucking...
I got white
Ben Carson?
Ben Shapiro!
What's his name? Beto.
Secretly-
Beto O'Rourke.
Beto O'Rourke!
Looks like
Beto
Beto O'Rourke.
Secretly, Ben Shapiro's been running Venezuela this
Ben
whole time.
Shrapnel.
Remember when Beto O'Rourke changed his name from Robert to Beto because he wanted to get the Mexican vote?
The Hispanic folk.
Hispanic
Imagine.
vote.
I have a better idea of getting the Hispanic
Despacito.
vote. Play Despacito during your rally.
Yeah.
That will get the
Genius.
Hispanic voters.
That's huge. Wait, where'd
Yeah.
you come up with that?
So,
Miss-
you
Miss-
came up
Mi-
with that idea then?
Mr. Biden.
I have an idea.
I have an idea. And
Gonna
Biden's like
see
giving a
this.
speech. He's like, "What's up? I need you to pull out your phone, go to YouTube, type in Despacito, and then play it through the mic."
This is what really happened.
I know, we
we
talked
talked
about it
about?
last time.
This is what really happened. Though.
I know.
What?
Okay.
That
You
phone
think
call.
I was at the Biden rally?
No, I don't think
And-
you were at the
and-
Biden rally.
You didn't
I
have
think
to be
I was
there.
home watching the Biden rally. I'm like, "Hey, Biden."
No,
Do
of
this.
course not. That timing would be way off.
Yeah.
I didn't even know when this rally was. Ladies and gentlemen,
Despacito.
the trailer take is completely against
something
me.
and a something Dorito.
They think I'm
Gonna
globalist.
go and eat a Cheeto.
Lies, 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 yeah.
You have no proof.
They gonna get you. Lies,
No
lies,
proof.
lies,
No proof.
yeah.
No proof. No proof.
We'll be right
no
back.
Proof. No proof. No proof.
Lies,
No
lies.
collusion.